Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your man, Rico. It's your man, Rico, the Opinionist. It's beautiful Sunday in this little park area here. Y'all know I love parks. If y'all haven't been listening to my videos over the years, you would hear me say often how I love parks. And well manicured and groomed parks too, with plenty of shade. But anyway, I'm back, y'all, for another video here. And I want y'all to please like, share, and subscribe this YouTube video. Please feel free to join my Facebook group, Rico the Opinionist. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, you know, the works. What else? Check out the description box. There's always some goodies up in there. Look, this video is about the Congressional Black Caucus, or the constantly bland carcass, or the constantly broken carcass. You know, that useless entity that's supposed to be representing the political interests of black Americans, and it really hadn't been any. I mean, they've just been a joke, and we really don't take them seriously. As black Americans, we don't. But they take their position seriously, meaning they want to make sure they get to keep their jobs every election cycle, every 2 years, every 4 years. In the case of U.S. Senate, every 7 years or what have you. They totally ignore black people and black people's interests all the way, unless it's tied into LGBT immigrants and I guess something dealing with women. But other than that, they couldn't drop bird doo-doo on the black community. They just want us for our votes, and it's always been like that. And then they've duped black people into feeling good about being over 95% loyal to the Democratic Party, voting at 90% always, damn near always, voting for nothing in return. Except, yeah, we made sure we kept the Republicans out. You know, how long are we gonna play that game? Y'all gonna have to come up with something new. And every year they come with this same bullshit. They're attacking your voting rights. They're attacking your ability to vote. And we haven't realized that in the United States Constitution it said that we're all Americans, right? Even though we're 3/5. And then we have something called civil rights. Now, if we're supposed to be all Americans, why the fuck do we need civil rights instead of human rights? Because when every immigrant comes over, they get white people rights. They get automatic voting rights. They even get free tax dollars when they haven't even paid any taxes. Damn. I think we're doing something wrong here as black folks in this country. And so the Democratic Party, and they're very specific about this new venture that they've come up with, $10.9 million. And I put the video in the link in the description box. It's from Professor Black Truth. If you don't have that guy on your subscription or in your status somewhere on YouTube, you're missing out. Because that brother tells the truth. He gets the information. Him, TD Hip Hop, and Torian Rain are my main three go-to guys. And of course, honorable shout out to Pink Book Lessons. I love that sister. Yeah, these are like the four main people I always listen to. And of course, I check out Obsidian, you know, others like that. Of course, for celebrity news and celebrity junk, I go to O'Shea Duke Jackson and others like that. But yeah, but those are my main: Professor Black Truth, TD Hip Hop, and Torian Rain, REIGN, Torian Rain Reloaded. So, but anyway, and this is one of those topics that don't go viral in America, especially not in the black community. You know, the way that video of Jason Aldean saying you don't try this in a small town, how that immediately took off, and all on the minds of black folks, and black Democrats made sure that we knew about this based on the way they interpreted the video to us. And again, I would encourage every black American to go and watch their video, and you come up with your own synopsis. Don't let these black Democrats and white Democrats and gay Democrats and even Greek Democrats tell you about what the fuck racism is. Because we know, as the black collective, we know what systematic and social racism is. We don't need y'all to tell us when it's becoming election season. Every year they get active and get in our faces like a bunch of like they act like women who throw themselves at men who don't want them. That's how the Democratic Party is on black folks. We don't want you, but we can't keep you out of our face until the election is over. Then you run off and say, hey, I did it myself. I'm independent. I don't need y'all. That's how y'all treat us. So they've come up with this new plan. They have a commercial out and everything on trying to reach the black vote so they can make sure that they have the majority of seats in the House of Representatives as well as in the Senate. They're trying to flip some seats, at least 5 seats. But come on, y'all, give me a minute. But the Democratic Party has had majority seats in the House more than 2 times. And how did we benefit as black folks when they had the majority of seats and votes in the House and in the Senate? I never heard anything about reparations when they had the majority. You never heard them about putting together packages to empower the urban and inner cities where black people, low income and crime and drugs. You never heard anything. Never heard about them passing laws, what's called anti-black hate crime legislation. So what the fuck did y'all need the majority in the House for? As a black voter, we don't benefit. And y'all want to always try to say ignorant things like as if black people are supposed to believe this. Well, you know, we tried to do it, but Republicans, they just wouldn't go. But it's interesting. Y'all can get the Republicans to vote with y'all to give something to homosexuals. It's interesting that you and the Republicans can agree on sending money to Ukraine and giving reparations to Japanese and Native Americans. Y'all can get the Republicans to do that, but y'all can't get the Republicans to do anything specific for black folks. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? Even in local elections, you get all these black, white, gay, and Greek Democrats always in black people's face. They love to come to the poor black areas and talk about, well, you need to do this because these old Republicans, they're the ones who are oppressing y'all and keeping y'all this when they're the ones who are the representatives of that district. Don't y'all get me started on this. And it's not about, yeah, it is about it because I'm sick of it. And I need black folks. But you know what thing y'all need to pay attention to? When they have this campaign, and the little arrogant, I believe she's a lesbian too. Because you can't trust these black Democratic chicks. A lot of them are single, no man, and go out on a bunch of girls trips all the time. Joy Reid. Oh, I think she got a man, but he probably ain't straight. What's that broad that had to leave? Oh, what's her name? She got fired for telling us, black men, y'all need to get behind black women and the Democratic platform. What was that chick's name? Anyway, she's gone anyway. MSNBC fired her from the plantation. And black men had fired her ass a long time ago. You know, and it brings me back to the actual agenda. Because when you watch this video, they're going to say it, even the white woman cheering with the black woman. You know, you know, we're going after that black woman. You know, black women, they always get in line. Yeah, they're like, yes, girl, yes, auntie. The black women vote. That's what we're going after. So black men, y'all still looked at as an accessory. Pretty much like an afterthought. But yet you still have about 85% of black men still voting Democrat like dumbasses. I don't understand it. And so they have these videos, they're going to have these movies, and they say they're going to be traveling to your town. Let me tell you something. Don't let me be near anywhere with some Democrats talking about they're trying to reach to the black vote, and I'm in the room or I'm out in the rally. It's going to be a problem. Because y'all going to have to answer some goddamn questions. You know, you always try to make the Republicans the boogeyman. Both of y'all the boogeyman to black folks. Both of you. And we don't even have to talk about the history of how the Democratic Party was the first KKK, the Dixiecrats. I'm not even going to get into that. Because the people that debate back and forth all day long. I'm talking to you right now. Y'all going to spend $10.9 million, congressional constipated carcass. Y'all going to come up with $10.9 million or more to try to convince us to vote for you through commercial ads, radio ads, town hall meetings. How about you give us that $10.9 million? Buy our goddamn votes. Pay some rent around here, Democrats, in your district. Get a hospital. Get a grocery store. I mean, a good one. Get some hospitals there. Get some substance abuse and mental health treatment centers built in your black districts. Maxine Waters, oh God, don't get me talking about that lady, please. I'd had enough of her. You know, come on, y'all. Black men, y'all can't be this stupid. Y'all can't be this afraid of your mama, your wife, your daughter, your grandma. You can't, y'all claim you're a man on other things, but you're not a man when it comes to your politics. The only men that benefit from democratic rule are gay men and black Greek men. Because there's been a history of the black Greeks that they've always wanted assimilation. They never wanted autonomy from white racists. They never did. And I'll debate any black Greek on it. Not that I don't dislike the people who I know, I'm just going to keep speaking the facts. The main people who are leading the civil rights movement were black Greeks and black gays. Because they want to be next to the white man. They want to sit next to him in the boardroom instead of creating their own boardrooms. They want to be the CEO of the white corporation instead of creating their own corporation. Go to any black Greek, I guarantee you he'll brag about being the CEO of the Boys and Girls Club. All of them, they're over the Boys and Girls Clubs, Urban League. What's all these other black Greek created jobs just for them? They always the program directors and CEOs of these nonprofits that's supposed to be helping 100 Negroes of America. All these little nonprofits are supposed to be for black folks, but they don't do shit but collect salaries. And I'm not knocking y'all hustle. I'm just calling it out for what it is. So don't start, because you're a member of a black Greek-led organization, don't start rolling your eyes at me. Just go and get the facts and disprove the facts. Don't get mad at me because I'm the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger, goddammit. Just go and disprove the message. And I'm gonna keep saying this because we can talk about white folks and white Republicans all day long, but we got the fox in our hen house every day. And black women that keep voting for Democrats, even though they made a fool of you in 2020. Y'all marched and said, yes, Kamala, yes, Kamala, yes, a black woman. No, damn well that woman ain't black. And she has not done a goddamn thing, even specifically for black women. What black people do is if a law gets passed, that really is supposed to be for Americans, they try to jockey in position to see what crumbs they can get. And that shit needs to be it needs to be over. And so the Congressional Black Caucus has come around again to try to pimp our vote from us and try to tell us how we need to be careful of those MAGA Trumps and those terrible Republicans try to take your voting right. They don't ever come up with anything else. They don't ever make any really tangible promises. You know what? Because we don't demand any tangible gains or promises from them. We don't. We give them our vote, and then we just let them sit in office 2 terms, 3 terms, just sitting in there, making sure that their benefits add up for them personally and their individual families. While you sit around here in these low-income ass neighborhoods, these old failing ass fucking schools. Churches getting plenty of money, but the things that matter is not being funded. If you don't understand that America is a capitalist society, you don't let nobody come in your church, in your school, on your street. If they ain't talking about getting you some money, I'm talking about millions of dollars, not a few $100 here, $10,000 there for no damn donation. You need $200 million to begin the process of getting our neighborhoods out of the foolishness with guaranteed participation, if not more than 60% participation in ownership. That's how you talk to politicians. Because when they go to Jews, when they go to Hispanics, when they go to homosexuals, when they go to white women and liberal women, they come to them with something in their hands that they can hand these groups. All they want to hand us is boogeymanism. And so Congressional Black Caucus, fuck you and keep your $10.9 million. I'm speaking as a heterosexual, masculine black man. We don't need shit from you because we haven't gotten a goddamn thing from you. So don't come in my neighborhood with that bullshit. And let me end up by saying this. I get I'm sick of it. Because I know one damn thing. I don't vote Democrat anyway, but I know goddamn well I never vote for a woman Democrat. Because I already know what she's about. Women, homosexuals, and immigrants. That's the main three things. Then they spend a whole 30 minutes. If you ever hear them speak, they want to spew out these facts that don't really matter anything to us. They never get in there and talk about things that actually affect black people. See, if y'all were to vote for me, I'm going to say it again. You know what I'll attack? Y'all can hate Ron DeSantis all day long. You have every reason to hate that son of a bitch because he's a racist, childish little bastard. But he did something recently that it really would help everybody. That is, he ended permanent alimony. He did. And oh, yeah. And guess what? Let y'all know how women don't give a shit about nobody but themselves. Republican women have left the Republican Party because he cut out something that only benefited them. And so that lets you know what people's true priorities are. You start cutting out a lot of this stuff that they benefit from, they'll show you who they really are. And so you were to vote for me. If I were to run for state representative to become a lawmaker or even city council, you know what I'll attack? Things that's really hurting us. Alimony was a good start. Shout out to the Republican Ron DeSantis. He is a disgusting, childish, hateful. He is the Ted Cruz of Florida. Just petty. But that right there, oh man, I know a lot of men can't help but appreciate that. Those who've gotten divorced and have to pay her alimony until she decides to get married again. And you got to pay her, let's say, $2,000 a month for the rest of her life because maybe she decide not to get married again or whatever money is. If you're a rich person, you got to pay her $10,000, $15,000 a month because that's the price of divorcing her. And Ron DeSantis has cut that out. And now, that's the kind of lawmaking I'm into. Not trying to cut out black history and all of that. That's stupid. But even with that, black people, y'all act like bookstores closed because he don't want to teach y'all black kids history in Florida schools. Well, but parents in Florida, get a grip. Maybe y'all need to go back to school, major in history, so y'all can teach y'all kids, because a lot of you probably so stupid, probably don't know anything about your own goddamn African history. Because if I lived in Florida and I had a child in the school system and that governor decided he wants to try to rewrite history, guess what? I'm intelligent enough to say, here you go, son. I want you to read this book called, or daughter, here's the book called Miseducation of the Negro by Carter G. Woodson. Here's another book it's named by Lowenstein or Lowe. It's called Lies My Teacher Taught Me. Here's another book called They Came Before Columbus. Here's another book called Up From Slavery by Lerone Bennett. Here's another book that's called Black Labor, White Wealth by Dr. Claude Anderson. See, I don't need no fucking school system to teach my kid about himself, about history. Because you can learn American history anywhere. It's called the goddamn library. So y'all getting all up in arms because you're lazy. You're fucking lazy. Florida, y'all are fucking lazy. That's why you're upset about it. Mary Max, how you doing? Good. Because you're lazy. That's why. And so the Democratic Party is going to spend $10.9 million on your laziness. Who gives a shit if he takes out African American studies in the public schools? If you knew how to read, if you're black and you knew how to read, and you're a lover of your own history, your kids won't miss a beat. And if they go in there and they take a test and they read on this and the child reads like, hey, slaves didn't benefit from them being slaves, and they challenge it, then you could come in there and put the teacher on his or her ass. These are the facts, sir. That's what's going on. Got it? So I don't want to hear nothing about that shit. They taking away history out of school. I don't care if they did it in Tennessee. Texas, they tried that. But Texas had a strong group of folks. They tried to rewrite the history in Texas books too. But you got enough folks here to say, no, that ain't going, bro. So Florida must got some weak blacks or some Democrats that don't give a shit about nothing in Florida. But so yeah, they're going to spend $10.9 million to tell y'all, we don't want to be like DeSantis or Trump. Y'all better get on the Democratic train. And women gonna, like always, they're gonna vote at 97%. Black men, because you married to her, you got to sleep with every day, or because your daughter, your mama, and your grandma, because you ain't had no fathers to really teach you how to be men on all aspects of your life, you're gonna vote the way she votes. I think most black men vote Democrat because they related to a woman. They date a woman. They're married to a woman. They got daughters or grandmothers or mothers. That's the only reason y'all vote. because black men and as in general aren't that in tune in no damn in no politics. And we need to become more politically aware. And then we also need to go to Dr. T. Hassan Johnson's website and find out and look at the list of what our individual needs are as black men. Because the Democrats, let me go back to that. What she talked about, remember I just said how she was like, yeah, you know, black women, you know, because black women, when black people vote, America wins. When black women vote, we all benefit, blah, blah, blah. You know, gaslighting black chicks, as usual. Dr. T. Hassan Johnson has a list on his website that breaks down actual issues that black men that we need to study and we need to understand. And when a black Democrat comes to us, we need to lay that list on them. If he or she, I ain't never vote for no woman Democrat. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. But if he or she doesn't say, yes, I will work for that, you don't give him your vote. Black men need to create their own political party. And there's some black women who believe in black people moving forward as a collective. Y'all want to join the party? It can be just another independent party, but all black men, and we vote as a block. Shout out to Dr. Claude Anderson. Withhold our votes, because it is what it is in this country. But we need to participate in the political system and the criminal justice system. So since we're the main ones who represent the high end of the negative lists. You understand that, black men? Yeah, we need to get on some of these school boards. Get some of these brothers with the last name Muhammad on these damn school boards. It don't make any sense. Like, brothers just lay down, like they don't want to participate in nothing but getting their ass kicked the most, politically and in the criminal justice system. That's amazing. And so, again, back on that show, when you watch the video that's in this description box, check out how at the end, the little black chick and the white woman just giggle. Oh, yeah. Because they know they always go straight to black women. They don't ever talk to black men. We're just like an accessory. Oh, by the way, black men, y'all want to vote too? Y'all should vote too. Y'all just come on. Y'all should vote too. They don't give us any reason why we should, meaning any tangible reasons. And so I just want to encourage y'all, when a Negro, when a white, black, gay, or Greek Democrat comes your way, y'all make sure y'all tell them, hey, y'all, what y'all think about reparations? Are y'all going to fight for reparations? Can we get a $500 million packet to my neighborhood, to my district, that would put a hospital, a real hospital in my district, some grocery stores, some really affordable housing, not just for the low income, but hell, for people can afford across the board? Can we get our schools some money for our school system? Can we get some candidates with the last name Muhammad to run for some of these offices? Can we support them instead of all these other folks? That's what we should be asking. Can we talk about, you know, I like what DeSantis was saying. I'm gonna go back to what I said. If I ran for state representative, like a lawmaker position, I would know what DeSantis did. Cut out that permanent alimony. Boom. And another thing I would attack is child support. If I can't use my position to get rid of it completely, I would definitely try to get some white boys and some brave, some real black men, some real men who are not black, who are not white, to join me in drafting out a bill to make child support completely 50-50. Just to coincide with the conversation that says, well, hey, she didn't make the child by herself, or it takes two people to make a baby. Well, it's going to take two people to pay this damn child support. If he's ordered to pay $400 a month, she's going to be ordered to pay $400 a month, plus automatic 50-50 custody. That's how I would do it. If I can't get it to be completely erased, definitely we're going to make it 50-50. And y'all watch how all this birth control start clearing the aisles in Walmart and CVS and Walgreens. And if they still got one of Fred's somewhere, I'm telling y'all, when y'all start making people pay for their own decisions, behaviors will change. Just like I don't have a problem with them charging the mothers when these children are delinquent. And I say mothers because ain't no dads there. Charging the parents, politically, charging the parents a fee for these children who act like they can't be in the house by 10 o'clock on school nights. And act like they don't want to go to school like they're supposed to. Outside and shit at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock in the morning. They 14 years old walking the streets. Oh no, everybody getting a fine. And if they get taken to juvenile, the parents have to pay for them to come out of juvenile. I set a bond for them. Every child is picked up, we'll take them down to juvenile court, and the mother or father have to pay a $100 bond to get them out. That's what I'll do. I'm gonna be on y'all ass. Got it? So y'all might want to stick with these people who use you and make a fool out of you. That's called Democrats. And you said, Rico, what about Republicans? We ain't worried about no damn Republicans because we don't support them, remember? We don't give a damn about them. We don't support no damn Democrats. The people that's kicking our ass are the Democrats. Let me say, this is the last thing I want to say. And I want to say to you black suburbanites, and I'm going to keep nailing this home till y'all understand what I'm saying. And y'all paid attention to these black people who leave the ghetto. They get a good job. I mean, they get a raise on their job. They got a college degree, or, they move from the ghetto, or a lot of them weren't even born in the hood. They moved to the ghetto and they moved to the suburbs, right? And I need y'all to do your own research because I can be corrected. I'm not speaking like I just know it all. I'm just telling y'all some observations. Because where I live in a suburb where I live. In Dallas-Fort Worth, right? I live in a suburb, and it's so nice. It's so beautiful. The parks are well maintained. The schools are top notch. It's some foolishness, but everything is so nice. There's no shooting up and down my damn street in my neighborhood. You don't hear gunshots around here now. I must admit, in my apartment complex, when they let these little low-income Negroes move next door to me, it's some foolishness. They was shooting some pistols. That was like last year. I haven't had that issue. Now, I think in the last couple of months, they let these little retarded white guys, all they do is yell and scream at each other. But the police has been called on them, so they might be on their way out. But other than that, there's none of the foolishness that's going on. And so I said all that to say that I know the city council and the mayor, they're Republicans. And when y'all move to these beautiful suburbs, those of you who went to a black college or a PWI, or you created a business, and you live in your white suburb, your children went to these so-called multicultural school, multiracial schools, but it was like beautiful suburban schools. They're Republican represented suburbs. So y'all move out, which is your right. You raise your kids in these beautiful areas like one I live in. And y'all move out there, and it's fine. Nobody want to live around in foolishness and the ugliness of junkies walking around in corner stores and all that kind of foolishness. You live where they have all the resources that you need. They got grocery stores, they got outlets, they got retail strip areas where you can shop and you can get food. You got bars and restaurants. I know all the nice stuff. But then again, you black suburbanites who still got a grandma that live in the ghetto, you still got family that live in the ghetto, y'all will come from your Republican represented suburbs to go through to your ghettos of Chicago and Memphis and Dallas, and y'all will tell these people to make sure y'all vote Democrats, them old Republicans. But wait a minute, how the fuck does that make sense? You living in laps of luxury, you paying high taxes to live high dollar, and paying high taxes to live in a Republican suburb, represented suburb. Like Marjorie Taylor Greene. Marjorie Taylor Greene's district is a suburban district. I guarantee a lot of black people live in her district. Ted Cruz. Y'all know I'm trying to think of these Republicans y'all can't stand. They live in beautiful, they represent beautiful suburbs. And black people live in them. But then y'all come from y'all's castles and y'all palaces and y'all estates, your 2-story homes, 5 bedrooms, and upstairs, downstairs, swimming pool. Y'all come from all over there, and y'all come to the ghettos of Memphis, Chicago, Shreveport, what else? New Orleans. Y'all come from your Slidell's and your Metairies to tell the black folks to vote Democrat. Hold on a second real quick. What'd you say, Mary Max? Yep, they voting Democrat, and then they go live a Republican lifestyle. You got that right. Because some of them say, you ask these black Democrats, they say, well, I still can vote in my old district. Why do you vote? Why would you go and vote in your old ghetto to keep it a ghetto? You ain't shit. You ain't shit. But you live in a Republican, as Mary Mack said, you live a Republican lifestyle, but you keep the black people in the ghetto voting to keep their ghetto going? How come you don't encourage them to vote for where you live? Vote for the representatives that keep your suburb safe, clean, well-funded, you two-faced hypocrite son of a bitch. You suck. You suck. And when my hometown in Memphis, a lot of that went on. These motherfuckers. Oh, my mom watched these videos. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got passion. My mom watched my videos. And I try not to cuss. Debbie, Mother dear, I'm sorry. I swear I am. But my hometown of Memphis, they do that every election season. I want y'all to pay attention. Those of you from Memphis and checking out my video, these mother lovers, they live in Bartlett. They live in Lakeland. They live in the good part of Cordova. They live in Arlington. What else? Collierville. But yeah, they go to church in the hood, like that's giving back. And they go and vote in the hood. But all those places that I named, they either got Republican mayors or mainly Republican city council. They got Republican state representatives, Republican congressmen, or I'm gonna say Republican senators. They live in Republican suburbs, represented suburbs. Then they bring their ass to North Memphis, to South Memphis, the hoods of South Memphis. What's the other parts? The hoods of East Memphis, and tell them to keep voting for the people that keeps those areas the ghetto. Y'all hear me out. And I want to hear from a black suburbanite. No, if I've just falsely accused you, let me know. But I don't think I have, because this is an observation that no one has ever made except for me. Because I pay attention to behavior. I am a psychology, I have a degree in psychology. I am a master level social worker, mental health concentration. And what I've done for a living is observe behavior and try to help people change particular behaviors. And I observe people's behaviors. And that's see, we can talk about old mean ass Republicans, but y'all live in their suburban districts. If y'all really hate white Republicans and white conservatives so badly, y'all would be making an exodus back to the ghetto to do your part in creating the black Wakanda, or the oasis that you just moved from. But anyway, I digress. It's your man Rico the Opinionist here on this beautiful Sunday. Y'all like, share, and subscribe. And Congressional Black Caucus, y'all can eat a male phallus. Y'all can eat what they use as emoji on Facebook and social media. Y'all can go eat an eggplant. Because y'all been full of caucus, you've been full of caca, been full of doo-doo for the past 50 years. And you've been useless to the black race in America. And go to hell. It's your man Rico the Opinionist. I'll talk to y'all later on the next video. Peace, y'all.